Viewers, good evening. The idea of India is under siege. Two recent incidents tell us that there is a problem and we can't close our eyes. Viewers, the vandalism of our national emblem at the sacred Hazratbal shrine in Kashmir and the stone pelting on a Ganesh Puja procession in Karnataka force us to confront an ugly truth, that is appeasement. And we must ask, how long will we let this go on? Viewers, let's start with Kashmir first. Pictures on your left. A mob at the Hazratbal shrine took it upon themselves to deface a plaque bearing a national emblem. Our national emblem, the Ashoka pillar, viewers, the national emblem is no ordinary symbol. It represents our sovereign pride, our unity, our history of sacrifice and wisdom. Yet it was pelted with stones, defaced with impunity, all because some claimed it violated their sensibilities. Viewers, what message does this send? That our national symbols, that are very emblems of our identity, can be trampled upon without any consequence. This was not just an attack on a plaque, viewers, it was an assault on the very idea of India. But what reaction did we see after that? Not of condemnation, but of justification. And what was the reason? It was appeasement and appeasement alone. Let's now talk about Karnataka, viewers. A Ganesh Puja procession, a vibrant celebration of faith and community, you would think. This was attacked with stones. And this is not an isolated incident, you know this. Time and again, festivals that bind millions in joy, whether Ganesh Chaturthi, Durga Puja, Ram Navami, have become targets of the mob fury. Why? What emboldens these acts of violence? Think of this. Viewers, the answer lies in a single word, and the word is appeasement. For far too long, certain political forces, parties, leaders, whatever you want to call them, those who wear the mask of secularism, have justified mob violence in the name of sensitivity. They call it hurt sentiments. They urge restraint not from the mob, but from those who dare to question this lawlessness. Viewers, when Omar Abdullah calls the placement of the national emblem insensitive, or when Mehbooba Mufti demands blasphemy charges against those who install the emblem, what are they doing? They are fanning the flames of division. Viewers, they are giving a free pass to mobs while our national pride is trampled. This is not secularism, this is surrender, plain and simple. And let me be clear, viewers, no religion, no community, no group has the right to vandalize what belongs to all of India. Our national emblem is not a toy for political games. Our festivals are not punching bags for petty grievances. Where is the so-called Jai Samvidhan ecosystem? They are exposing their true colors with their selective morality. They'll march for every cause, tweet every slogan, and lecture all of us on unity. But when our national emblem, the emblem of our collective pride, is vandalized, they turn into spineless spectators. Their silence screams complicity. It is a calculated choice to appease the forces of chaos rather than defend the nation's honor. Viewers, they hide behind the facade of secularism, they dodge accountability while the pillars of our identity are attacked. This is not just hypocrisy, it's a chilling abdication of the Constitution's spirit, a stab in the back of the idea of India they claim to champion. Shame on these pretenders who chant Jai Samvidhan but lack the guts to stand for the symbols that bind us as one. But time and again we see the same pattern. A mob rises, a symbol is attacked, and instead of justice, we get excuses. This is the poison of appeasement, viewers. It rewards violence, it emboldens chaos, and it weakens the idea of India. Have you heard any mainstream political leader from this so-called Jai Samvidhan ecosystem take a stand? They will not, because it risks alienating their vote bank. Sample the reactions.
क्या जरूरत पड़ी थी ये पत्थर लगाने की?
ये न केवल देश का अपमान है, यह अशोक सम्राट प्रत्येक बिहारी का ये अपमान है.
Sculpture or something like that is anti-Islamic.
ಹಿಂದೂಗಳು ಮಾಡಲಿ ಮುಸಲ್ಮಾನರು ಮಾಡಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ಮಾಡಲಿ ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಾನೂನು ರೀತಿಯ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ.
Congress party, because of its appeasement policy, these people, anti-social element, they feel that this is the right opportunity.
Some sort of a stone pelting. The entire state, one or two small incidents also happened.
Let's open this up without any delay. Sanju Verma, the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Karan Verma, Advocate Nikhil Jain, Ravi Srivastav, Abdul Razak Khan. Lokesh Jindal is back on the show after a long gap. Lokesh, welcome. Good evening. Good to have you. आपसे ही शुरू कर देता हूं मैं. आप बताइए, what mindset is this? Some people have a problem with the national emblem. And it's not just a problem. They actually go ahead and vandalize it. What's going on?
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Pranesh. In fact, there is a law that regulates the usage of the state emblem. The law is the State Emblem of India Regulation Rules 2007. And under this law, the section 10, it restricts use of state emblem other than those who are designated by the Ministry of Home Affairs. So effectively, the Waqf Board chairperson who has misused the national emblem has committed a criminal offense. And this is not an ordinary criminal offense. He has directly misused the state emblem. So the first culprit is the Waqf Board chairperson against whom an action must be initiated. And secondly, with respect to the state emblem of India, it's a matter of pride for everybody, and it's a fundamental duty of every citizen to uphold the constitutional values, and such a form of an incident should not have occurred at all. It's very important that...
No, which incident are you talking about? One minute. Which incident are you talking about? Because, as far as I understand, this is the mob's way of saluting the Indian emblem with a stone. वो देखिए पत्थर मार रहे हैं उस पे. आपने पहले बोला that it is a criminal offense, and I thought you will, put the blame on these people who are vandalizing the national emblem.
They shouldn't have done that, vandalizing or any form of a disrespect towards our national flag, emblem, constitutional values.
No, but
it amounts to...
Look, you can't undo this. Now that this has happened, Lokesh, where are those Jai Samvidhan people who chant Jai Samvidhan? I don't want to take names. You are on the show after a long time. You know the people I am talking about. कहाँ हैं वो संविधान बचाने वाले?
The due course of law requires action to be taken against the BJP leader, who is the Waqf Board chairman, who had installed this stone placard.
Jail that BJP leader. Lokesh Jindal, you put him in jail. If the court thinks he should be in jail, he will go to jail. I am talking about the lack of outrage. The national emblem is being defaced. People who flaunt Samvidhan copies, they are silent. Silent ही नहीं हो तो गायब भी है, missing in action भी है.
Yes, Pranesh, certainly. I mean, we really condemn this form of a incident, and I will always appeal that any form of a disrespect towards our national symbols, state emblem is regretful.
You think anyone is listening to you? When the Chief Minister there and the likes of Mehbooba Mufti are backing this mob, Abdul Razak Khan, what is going on, sir? If you don't like something, you will use stones to bulldoze it. You have a problem with the national emblem?
Pranesh, do you remember me questioning you? I mean, you questioned me in a debate during the Gyanwapi survey, and you questioned me as to what is a lotus symbol doing inside a mosque. what is a horse symbol, a drum symbol doing inside a mosque? So it is very clear that symbols of places, things cannot be, installed inside a mosque. So first of all, it's a mistake by the Waqf chairman.
1 minute.
He
Is
shouldn't
there
have
a
installed the
no 1 minute. Abdul Razak Khan, आप तो बहुत बड़े इस्लामिक स्कॉलर भी हैं. Is there a difference between a shrine and a mosque? और ये inside और outside का तो difference पता होगा ना. Shrine और mosque छोड़ दीजिए. I am sure you understand what is inside and what is outside, and this is not a religious symbol, Abdul Bhai.
Especially Muslim place of worship, and that too in these times.
No, in what times?
This
No,
was
in these
absolutely
times.
wrong
What
on the
times
part
are
of the
these?
BJP person.
If you have a problem,
these times,
go to
in
the
these
court,
times when you're-
write to the government. How dare you? How dare you do something with the national emblem?
Whether the place belongs to you or the place belongs to me.
This is
In
not
these
about the
situations,
place.
I'm saying.
Abdul
these
Razak Khan,
situations,
this is
when
about
a
the
small lotus
national
symbol-
emblem. How dare you do something to the national emblem?
Sir, national emblems are to be kept in government offices, political offices, not inside religious places of worship.
Okay,
Not
this
even
was
in
inside a
temples.
religious...
No.
Okay.
National emblem is the most respected emblem.
Okay, so no, so if the national emblem is on a board, in this case on a plaque, you justify the use of stones to vandalize it?
Shouldn't have been there. Was it there all these years? No. Why did this BJP man create a controversy?
Okay.
These things are happening across the country.
So this is right.
Only for the
Okay.
game
Let's
of
talk
politics.
about what is happening in Karnataka. Abdul Razak Khan, ये भी बता दीजिए. The procession should not have chosen that road, that area, right?
No, sir, that's a very small area of 1,100 people only, of which 320 people are Muslims. People locally know each other and they have celebrated festivals throughout all these years. They have celebrated festivals together. Yesterday what happens is this procession passes the mosque. After 50 meters, something starts. What started, nobody knows.
No,
The
it's
entire
what
state has
started is there,
celebrated
sir.
Ganesh
This is the
Visarjan
same mindset. जैसे आप बोल रहे हैं ना, you can't have these symbols inside a mosque. इन्होंने भी सोचा होगा, Abdul Razak Khan is batting for us. You can't have, Hindu symbols cross a mosque. Let's attack. Nikhil Jain, where are the Samvidhan saviors now?
Pranesh, first of all, why do you have such a big problem when people hail the Constitution, when somebody says Jai Samvidhan, or when somebody shows a copy of the Constitution? I really don't know, why do you have to link people who hail the Constitution in a debate like this?
I have a problem with their hypocrisy.
Why do you have such a problem with
Nikhil
the
Jain, I have a problem with their hypocrisy. You can't say Jai Samvidhan and then allow the Samvidhan to be trampled like it is being trampled in Kashmir, in Karnataka. That's my problem.
Have some pretense. Pranesh, at least let's have some pretense. I know you don't have any love for the Constitution. I know the RSS does not have any love for the Constitution. I know the BJP does not. But why do you have to keep on taking these cheap pot shots? Now let me talk on the topic. State Emblem of India Prohibition of Improper Use Act 2005. Under that is the State Emblem of India Regulation of Use Rules 2007 that clearly say that the national emblem of India can only be placed on the Rashtrapati Bhavan, the Governor's House, the Governor's Building, the Secretariats, government buildings, court buildings and diplomatic missions. No other building, whether it's the Times Now studio, whether it's my office, whether it's a Gurdwara or a mosque or a shrine or a temple can have the national emblem. So placing the national emblem on the plaque is a clear violation of the Act and rules. It's an improper use of the national emblem.
And how do you know? 1 minute.
In law.
Okay, let's assume for a moment, Nikhil Jain. No, 1 minute. The learned lawyer that you are, let's assume that this was a mistake on part of the organizers. Whoever, thought that let's put the national emblem here. How do you deal with it? Use a stone to remove it?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not going to sit here and condemn the people who have vandalized the national emblem. That is absolutely condemnable. It is wrong and those people should be taken to task. But at the same time...
No, let's take Abdul Razak Khan to task. Ask him a few questions. Abdul Bhai ko पूछिए. No, 1 minute. आपने तो मुझे, you linked me to RSS, BJP and what not. Now, will you ask a few questions of Abdul Razak Khan, who says it is absolutely right?
No, I don't agree. I don't agree with Abdul Bhai. There are many issues I agree with him on. There are many issues I may not agree with him on. Vandalizing the national emblem is not kosher. It's not done. Wiping your face with the national flag like a BJP MLA did, not allowed, not done, not cool, should be prosecuted against. Placing the BJP flag over the Indian national flag at the time of cremation of Kalyan Singh, not done, punishable, disrespect to the flag, BJP leaders should be prosecuted. Anything
Let's
that
get the
disrespects
BJP now to
Constitution, the
respond
national flag or
to
national
what we've heard from the opposition so far. Sanju Verma.
You know, Pranesh, there's a famous saying, the only thing worse than a liar is a liar who is also a hypocrite. Nikhil Jain, who masquerades day after day as a neutral political analyst, he's even scared to say that he's a Congressee. And this is the bunch that comes on national television and starts giving lectures and bhashan to BJP on morality, on constitution, on Samvidhan. पहली बात तो जब आप इतने डरपोक हैं, आप खुद को कांग्रेसी नहीं कह पाते, political analyst बनने का ढोंग करते हैं, at that very moment you lose respect and you lose every iota of that high moral grandstanding that you choose to do day after day. Now let me come to the moot point. You know, the Ashoka emblem is regulated by the State Emblem Act of 2005 and 2007. But the important point is not where it can be used or cannot be used. The fact is, can the national emblem be vandalized for whatever reason? The answer is no. Has the vandalization been endorsed by Omar Abdullah? Yes. Has the vandalization been endorsed by Mehbooba Mufti? Yes. In fact, I was shocked to read Mehbooba Mufti's statement, which says this is not an act of vandalism. This is pure emotion rather than a crime. The people who vandalized after getting overcome with emotions are not against the emblem. It is not right to say they should be arrested under the Public Safety Act and called terrorists. This is blasphemy for us. So basically, the likes of Omar Abdullah and Mehbooba Mufti have completely endorsed the vandalism that took place at the Hazratbal shrine. But let me come to the moot point. The Ashoka emblem is very important because the four Asiatic lions standing back to back speak about courage and fearlessness. The bull in the Ashoka emblem talks about hard work and steadfastness. The lotus beneath the emblem talks about purity. The horse on the emblem talks about energy and speed. And most importantly, the 24-spoke wheel or the Dharma Chakra talks about peace and progress. And the Dharma Chakra has been even globally recognized as a symbol of peace and prosperity, not just in India, but across the globe. And has Satyamev Jayate. The Ashoka emblem has Satyamev Jayate written on it, which means truth alone triumphs. और आपको अशोका एम्ब्लेम वैंडलाइज करने के बाद वैंडलाइजेशन को कंडेम करना तो दूर की बात, you are monitoring the vandalizers. And I want to just focus on this Ganesh procession during the Visarjan in Karnataka, जहां गणपति procession के दौरान people pelted stones. Now replace Ganpati Visarjan or Ganpati procession with Muharram. And replace Karnataka with Uttar Pradesh or Assam or Madhya Pradesh, a BJP-ruled state. हाहाकार मच जाता, तबाही मच जाती. BJP's communal. Muharram procession mein stones were pelted. Yogi Adityanath needs to resign. If it had been in Assam, there would be baying for Himanta Biswa Sarma's blood. My limited point is this. Why did Siddaramaiah make light of the stone pelting at the Ganpati Puja Visarjan? And don't forget, Pranesh, a similar thing happened a couple of months back when this movie called Chhawa was released and Devendra Fadnavis made statements against Aurangzeb. And the entire Aurangzeb Premi gang actually started raising vituperative slogans against Sambhaji Maharaj.
Abdul Razak Khan. He calls himself a fan of Aurangzeb. Abdul Razak Khan is a fan of Aurangzeb. He's a fan of Zakir Naik. If you think, I am saying anything wrong, you can ask him. वो 1 घंटा बोल सकते हैं दोनों पे. जाकिर नाइक पे 1 घंटा औरंगजेब पे. हमारे पास उतना समय नहीं है. अब्दुल भाई मैं आ रहा हूं अभी आपके पास. 2 people haven't spoken, Karan and Ravi Srivastav ji. But Ravi Srivastav, is this right, sir? Now in the name of secularism, now the national emblem is attacked, and yet there is, no collective condemnation.
Good evening, Pranesh. First of all, being an anchor, a reputed anchor and a national TV channel anchor, I think you should check on the party spokesperson if they are passing comments, the personal comments on the other panelists. I think it's not fair at all. Whether he's a liar or whether he's a lawyer, it is his identity. Whether he follows Congress or whether he follows BJP or some third party, it is his choice. Why somebody should comment on that? Now let me come on the subject. Hazratbal Shrine is not a government office and there was no need to put up a plaque over there. The first thing is, those who put up the plaque there, they should be taken to task. Whether that lady and Ravi or whosoever is the administrator there, organizer there, they should be taken to task.
This is not second that and Ravi Srivastav, ye dusre hain, ye lady nahi hai, ye
chalo jaane do, whosoever it is. Second thing is that whosoever has vandalized that particular emblem is unfair, incorrect. Because that's after all a national emblem. They could have gone and protested and said remove the plaque altogether. There is no need for putting up an Ashoka pillar on that particular plaque. So that action should have been proper. It is condemnable. One should not destroy it like this, and those people should be taken to task. Now I come to your Karnataka Mandya stone pelting. That's a typical BJP toolkit. There was nothing happened at the entrance of the mosque. It happened later 50 meters. The light was switched off. Who switched off the light? Find out. Punish the person. Then take the police to task. This has happened empty at times now.
Now, Ravi Srivastav, एक बात बताइए sir. देखिए, Karan has a lot of things to say. But 1 minute sir, without any delay, मुझे बस 1-2 सवाल का जवाब दे दीजिए. You were now saying that we should not make personal, attacks. We should be civil in our commentary. When Nikhil Jain was calling me from the RSS, he linked me to the RSS. उस पे आपको कोई आपत्ति नहीं है? मुझे जब IT सेल के लोग, आप लोग में से बहुत लोग बोलते हैं IT सेल, this, that, the other, then there is no problem. उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है आपको. लायर में आपको इतना दिक्कत हो रहा है. I agree with you. In principle तो बिल्कुल नहीं होना चाहिए. But what? नहीं सर, वो आपने बोला नहीं ना रवि श्रीवास्तव. अगर आप एक लाइन मेरे लिए भी बोलते मुझे भी अच्छा लगता. Person who was part of Anna Hazare's Andolan is now taking a stand for me. But you missed the bus. Now 1 minute.
I know the panelist. He was thrown out.
वो छोड़ दीजिए रवि श्रीवास्तव जी. अब मुझे दूसरी चीज ये बताइए. आप बोल रहे हैं बीजेपी टूल किट. A Congress stage is hijacked by BJP. The Congress has no clue. Someone comes allegedly from the BJP, abuses PM's mother. The Congress is helpless. In a Congress-ruled Karnataka, you are saying the BJP toolkit is unleashed and this happens. The Congress government, they should just resign. Disband the Congress, ask the Karnataka government to resign if they can't take care of, BJP conspiracy theorists or toolkit members. What is going on? For everything you will blame the BJP?
Catch hold of people and put them in behind the bars.
Okay.
That's the action.
Karan, where will you start from? Kashmir or Karnataka?
So, now I'll start with Kashmir. I'll start with our 2 panelists, Lokesh Jindal, good to see him after a long time, and Nikhil. They've made it as if the people who were desecrating our national emblem were so aghast at the constitutional mispropriety, at the Symbols Act, Emblem Act being violated, that they started desecrating it. Well, the Congress MP, the official MP, not Nikhil, not Lokesh, the Congress MP Tariq Anwar has made it clear. He said, hua to hua. Hua to hua is the original Congress logo, I believe. And he said, if religious sentiments are hurt, then such things can happen. And let's move on now. So, let's be very clear. They believe, and there were chants also, कि ये बुत परस्ती है. This is idol worship. That is what offended their sentiments. And Abdul Razak, on your panel, he's fallen into a trap today because you need to ask him, Pranesh, यहाँ पे तो एक shrine पे बाहर में national emblem था. in Gyanvapi, where it is today established by the ASI, and there is ample evidence for everyone to see, are Hindu revered symbols are inside there. Why does he want to claim it as a mosque? When is he giving up this claim? When is he going to Anjuman Intizamiya and saying, let's give this up? How can this be a mosque when there are Hindu symbols inside? Wahan kya ho jata hai inki sensibility ko? Wahan kya ho jata hai inke sentiments ko? Pranesh, this is an extremely slippery slope. Wait for the day when Abdul Razak Khan climbs up the parliament and starts to break the Ashok emblem there and says, yahan par bhi religious symbol nahi hona chahiye. Wahan Satyamev Jayate kyun likha hai? Wo to Upanishad se liya hua hai. Ye to shirk hai. Wait for the day when he does this. Because Pranesh, this is what hypocrisy is all about. They will accept our currency. They will use our currency, which has our national emblem. They will use the same passport to go for Hajj also, for their religious pilgrimage, which has the same symbol. But here they have a problem. They believe that, Nikhil and Ganesh believe that this act has been violated.
Respond to Karan Verma. Abdul Razak Khan.
Pocket. We don't keep the passport on our head and roam around in Saudi Arabia. The passport will be used only to go there. That's
Sir,
it.
the emblem was not on anyone's head. It was on the wall. ये क्या बात कर रहे हैं आप? Emblem किसी के सर पे था क्या?
Sir, I made it very clear. All these years, the emblem was not there at Hazratbal shrine. Why was it, first of all, placed there? Inside the wall, outside the wall. Please understand, it's a Muslim place of worship. We have our faith there. Why do you want to bring in all this? We don't believe in idols inside our mosques, inside our places of worship.
Is there a difference between a shrine and a mosque? देखिए, अभी आप फिर फंस जाएंगे. I don't want to go there. Don't force me. There's a difference between a shrine and a mosque, Abdul Razak Khan. And by the way, if you believe... No, 1 minute, sir, 1 minute. Where is this plaque? It's on the wall outside the shrine, right? If you have a problem, just cover it. बोलिए.
Sir, according to what Nikhil Jain ji said, can it be there on the wall?
Of course.
According to the rules of the emblem, can it be placed there?
If you have a problem, with this, then I said follow procedure. You will not follow procedure.
No. What I'm saying is why do we need it there? Is it mandatory? Is it important? Was it there all these years? No. One BJP person comes now and he wants to install it. Absolutely not required. Why do you want to create troubles?
नहीं वो पूछ रहे हैं, by this logic will you give up Gyanvapi or will you tell Karan Verma, look, we will destroy all Hindu symbols and then claim it as ours. Karan वो बोल देंगे ऐसा.
Sir, we will
नहीं
fight
पूछ
for
लीजिए ना, because by today Abdul Razak has made it clear on your show, Pranesh. They will give up the claim on Gyanvapi and on Krishna Janmasthan because वहां तो हिंदू symbols हैं भाई. हमारे revered देवताओं के symbols हैं, त्रिशूल है, कलश है, स्वास्तिक है. तो ये तो बहुत बड़ा अन-इस्लामिक चीज हो गई. So I am sure Abdul Razak will now carry out a petition to the Anjuman Intizamiya to give up the claim on Gyanvapi.
डिस्प्ले किया, उसका नतीजा ये है. हमें हमारी चीजें छोड़ दीजिए ना.
यही देखिए नतीजा. आप मॉब को और एम्बोल्डन कीजिए. This is how you encourage a mob. Sanju Verma, I'm coming to you. Lokesh, you were saying something.
Pranesh, in fact, it was a valid point raised by Karan, but I want to ask Karan, since Jammu Kashmir is union territory now, the police functions under the directive of Ministry of Home Affairs. Is the police willing to file an FIR against the Waqf Board chairperson? And I would also insist that filing of FIR against the perpetrators who have done this vandalism. When will the police act? If they are really serious about it, they must register FIR right away. But is the police doing it? And if it is not doing it, that means the disrespect offered to the emblem is going unpunished by the
current quick response, then Sanju Verma.
So precisely my point, Lokesh, when a complaint is now being filed against them, the Congress MP Tariq Anwar has come out and said there is no need for action against them. Exactly my point. The police is now acting against those who desecrated.
Okay.
And if the Waqf chairman made this mistake, it could be an honest mistake. But why desecrate our national symbol?
Sanju
That is the whole debate right now.
Pranesh, I want to make, please now, can I have my say? Thank you. Taking off from what Karan said, I think he made a very, very relevant point. Congress has this attitude of hua to hua. 1984 सिख जेनोसाइड के बाद राजीव गांधी ने कहा बड़ा पेड़ गिरता है तो धरती थोड़ी हिलती है. सैम पिट्रोदा a few years back said when asked about the Sikh genocide, हुआ तो हुआ. Kashmiri genocide of 1990s, हुआ तो हुआ. And don't forget, Pranesh, that there is an entire bunch. I call them the Lutyens Lashkar, bunch, or you can also call them the Khan Market Gang. ये Khan Market Gang कहती है भारत माता की जय is communal. ये Khan Market Gang कहती है our national anthem Jana Gana Mana is also communal. ये Khan Market Gang कहती है our national song Vande Mataram is also communal. And this Khan Market Gang has no problem, when the paramilitary forces protect people in Jammu Kashmir, Indian Army, paramilitary forces, CRPF, Parliament, state legislatures, Supreme Court, High Court, everybody uses the Ashoka emblem, including the President's office, the CAG, the diplomatic missions in India, the Indian Armed Forces, even government universities, including IITs, IIMs. So मैं पूछना चाहती हूँ, how is the Ashoka emblem communal? My first point. And even if it were communal, hypothetically speaking, what gives somebody the right to vandalize?
Okay. Now, Nikhil, let's look at a picture which will come up on the screen. This is the emblem on a board which is outside the premises or in the campus somewhere. Look, this is the image. And you see the emblem there, national emblem. We've circled it for emphasis. Will this be the next board which will be defaced, vandalized?
First of all, you know that while I'm doing a debate with a unit, I don't know what you're showing on your output. I have no context to the picture that you're trying to show. Let me just respond to what Sanju has said.
No, but I have described the picture for you. 1 minute. I have described the picture for you. I hope you get the context.
How do I see the picture, Pranesh?
Huh? Sorry?
No, how will I see it? I'm not sitting
I am
in the studio,
describing the
Pranesh. You also
picture for
understand
you.
the technical difficulty with it.
I am telling you there's a board outside that has the emblem. I am sure you know how the emblem looks like, what a board can be. It is green in color.
Yes.
और बताइए.
So what's the problem with that? This is a government department. That is the board of a government department.
Yeah, this
that
is
the board
outside
of a government department. You can have the national emblem on that. You can have it outside the building of the CAG or the CEC or the High Courts or the Supreme Court or a government building or the collector's office or a court of law or an Indian diplomatic
1 minute.
mission.
Because some people said on the panel, Nikhil, listen to me. Some people said that it interferes with our prayers. This is the plaque which was destroyed was on the wall. It was not, inside the prayer room. If there is one, I don't know. It was on the wall outside. But look at the vandals and people who are backing the vandals. Abdul Razak Khan is smiling. My only fear is that today it is the emblem. Tomorrow, like Karan is saying, it could be something else.
Whether it is inside or outside, the entire area is a religious place of worship. It's a place where we have our faith. How can you have it inside?
एक बात बताइए Abdul Razak Khan, is your faith limited to 2 square kilometers? अब आप बोलिए, is the influence of your faith limited?
Sir, मैं सिर्फ इतनी बात कह रहा हूं. It is a Muslim place of worship. Muslims have their faith there. Why do you want to bring in something which wasn't there all these years? I clearly explained to you, in these crucial times, when an entire place of worship is being decided whether it belongs to you or belongs to me with just a simple lotus symbol. In this scenario, you expect me to entertain all these things by BJP people?
Now you're making sense. So Karan, look, our worst fears are coming true. Abdul Razak Khan is actually worried that if the national emblem stays there for too long, they will risk the ownership of this place. Someone will come and claim it.
Definitely.
Karan.
So one more fact check, Pranesh, by the way, from 2000, one more fact check, Pranesh, 2017 to 2022, when the Mehbooba Mufti government was there, along with BJP. Even then this symbol was there, very much present on the plaque, but it went unnoticed. They did not create a frenzy at that time. They did not whip up this hysteria. Rightly or wrongly, that's a different matter. But right now, because they wanted to create this hysteria, that's why people like Abdul Razak Khan are making an issue out of it. And Abdul Razak Khan is the same person, Pranesh, who once quoted, "Puri dharti hi Allah ki hai, sab kuch waqf hai."
तो इसीलिए पूछा मैंने उनसे,
सब कुछ वक्फ है, सब कुछ अल्लाह का है.
is your faith limited to 2 square kilometers? Abdul Razak Khan, forget the emblem for a moment. Sir, what explains the repeated attacks on processions across the country, sir? What is this mindset?
Sir, nobody is attacking. Nobody is attacking. The JDS and BJP have their own infighting in Maddur.
Yeah.
They want their prominence. The BJP wants it. The JDS wants it. They are fighting. This procession passed from the mosque. It was 60 meters away from the mosque. 40 to 60 meters away from the mosque. I have uploaded the video of what exactly happened. The stone did not come from the mosque side. The stone came from this side.
It was raining stones there. In that part of Mandya, it was raining stones. When the procession was passing, वहाँ वो बारिश होने लगी पत्थर की. It did not come from any one direction. Let's shift our attention, viewers. I leave it to your judgment. Let's